Good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I hope you all had a great holidays. Happy late holidays, by the way, and happy late New Year's also. I hope you all had a great time. I definitely did, which is why I wasn't able to upload anything with that. And also, I had, meetings with so many parents. But I wanted to discuss something that I came to my attention after having a conversation with a parent about why people hit rock bottom. And this is something that was brought up after I had a meeting with a parent. They explained their situation to me. I won't go into the details, but let's just say that they're having issues with paying the bills and the rent, and they were recently fired from their job. And so, obviously, I definitely told them not to speak to this to the child because it could definitely hinder the child, that their child will have that in their mind, and that's something I don't really like to let children know. But I always like to talk to the parents and let them know, what the situation is. So I kind of gave them an overview of what I was thinking, and then I said, well, um, let's look at it this way. I told them. So pretend you're sitting in front of a mirror, right? So say you're in a mirror, right? Anything you say to the mirror, it comes back to you, right? So the way this world works is kind of like that. Now, I've been spiritually awakened a while back. I think it all started, I believe, in 2015, or it might have been earlier. I'm not sure. But I've started seeing things differently from my perspective, and I noticed that people were always needy, their attitudes weren't good, and, it started to get worse after, 2020 and everything. Everybody was sitting at home and everything. But from 2020 is when I got confirmation about how things were. So that would probably be a different conversation. But I can definitely speak about that. But right now I wanted to bring this up to all of you because so my conversation with the parent was like, okay, say the world is like a mirror, right? Anything you say or put out, it comes back to you. Now, it all depends on how you're feeling inside because anything you feel inside is projected outside. That's normally how it is. You always have to be calm, even if you're in a confrontation with someone. Why? Inside of you, you're projecting that energy out, and that other person is doing the same thing as well. But if you want to de escalate that, you simply relax and breathe and calm yourself. I know some people don't like hearing, oh, that they don't like to be calmed down, or or people just say chill out, and they get annoyed or they get upset or something happens, right? They just don't like being told to calm down. It's because they were brought up badly by their parents. So this is where it all comes down to how you were brought up, which is why some students they act the way that they are because of that. And some people, just like when I mentioned about that Indian man that lives upstairs, he is also an example. They brought him up wrong, so that way he makes issues when it's time to sleep, which is why I always tell him, hey, we had this conversation. You need to stop talking at night or go outside or go somewhere else because you have to respect that we are sleeping. Now, anyways, it goes down with that conversation. And so it all comes down with how you are. Obviously, if you want to handle that, you handle with calmness. Now, that's what I'm doing with all these people. Yes, it is annoyed and you get angry, but when you talk, you're going to talk from a place of calmness. And yes, you're going to let them know, but you're going to be calm inside, right? You're not agitated, or inside is like really you're worked up, right? So all of that is from the inside. When I talk to someone, I'm always calm and I'm always I'm stern, which is how I am. Yes, I know people don't like that I'm stern, but hey, it's how I treat people because of how people they don't respect. Anyways, I speak to them calmly, but I'm stern. And so when I tell them that, I always see them agitated, or they glitch out. They get nervous. They start moving eye contact. They don't keep eye contact. They start evading eye contact because they know that I'm in control. I don't need to be like them and get worked up. Inside of me, I'm in control. But when I talk with sternness and I say, "Hey, this has to be done," or "Hey, you need to stop doing this." Period. So when I talk like that, inside of me, I'm calm. That's how it is. This is how you always approach everything. People don't want to approach it like that because they think, "Oh, you have to be, angry inside." No, you don't have to do that. You have to be calm inside, but approach it with calmness and know, "Hey, that's enough. Don't be doing that stuff." Now, back to what I was saying. If you're putting that out, it's going to come back to you. And because you're putting that out, it'll come back to you. So you see, this world is a little different. Anything you put out, anything you believe, that's what you get. God, the universe, source, however you want to call it, whatever terminology you want to use, okay? Anything you say you're gonna get that. If you say you're in a rough spot right now, then that's what you're gonna get. That's what the universe is gonna say, "Hey, we're gonna give them that." But if you say, "I am always abundance, I am always happy, I'm always good," that's what the universe is gonna give you. Why? Because you're putting that out there. I can probably do a whole video about this separate, but I wanted to give you the details about it. And so the conversation with the parent made it so that they wanted me to do like a one-on-one session with them, right? And so normally I don't do sessions like that because, well, for one, I'm a teacher that's already all my time is on that. But if I were to do sessions, I would have to cut my time, which I can do that. It's possible. I can do that. I'm not saying that I shouldn't. I can and I will, but I have to manage my time. And so I told the parents that I would think about it, which is why I brought it to this attention for you guys to know. Tell me, should I do this? And if I do this, should I also post it here on YouTube so all of you will know exactly the process that I do? I mean, I would like to do that, but I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments about that, okay? I still have to wait a little while to get back with the parents because they are right now dealing with some things. But I want you all to tell me if I accept this offer. Do you want me to share it as well so that way all of you know exactly how how to be able to be successful in this virtual reality that we live in? Because it's basically like that. And then you start awakening your true self and your potentials. Let me know in the comments, okay? Because I'm interested in what you are all saying. I want you all to comment and let me know, you know, about this idea. Well, I wanted to bring it up so all of you know about the situation that happened. All right. I will see you guys next time. And like I said, drop a comment about what we discussed and we can have a discussion about what I said. All right. See you.